Ahoy there, nautical truth seekers. My name is Aries Ezra, your decorated skipper on this voyage, and you have just boarded the illustrious ship Nautical Awakenings, where we have daily deep dives into Esoteric and sail vastly through the waters of truth. Today, we're embarking on one of the most important seafarers yet, peering beyond the veil of illusion to uncover the hidden mechanics of the Matrix. We'll unravel how technology, artificial intelligence, and social engineering have quietly reshaped human existence, and most importantly, we'll chart a course toward liberation. It's time to get nautical. The ancient origins of the Matrix. This is not a new concept. The Gnostics of the 1st and 2nd centuries AD spoke of the demiurge, an inferior creator god who fashioned the material world not as a paradise, but as a prison. In this system, human souls, fragments of divine consciousness, were shackled in physical bodies, trapped in an endless cycle of birth, death, and reincarnation, unable to perceive the true realm beyond. To the Gnostics, salvation came only through gnosis, or higher knowledge awakening to the illusion and transcending it. Similarly, in Hinduism, the concept of Maya describes a cosmic illusion, so convincing that it blinds humans to their true spiritual essence. The Upanishads warn that those who remain entranced by Maya will forever be stuck in the cycle of samsara, endlessly repeating lifetimes of suffering and ignorance. Even the great Greek philosopher Plato warned us of this in the allegory of the cave. He described a group of people who had lived their entire lives shackled in a dark cavern, their only perception of the world coming from shadows cast upon a wall by an unseen light. To them, those shadows were reality. But when one prisoner escaped and saw the real world outside, he realized the depth of the illusion. And when he returned to free the others, they rejected him, choosing the familiar comfort of their chains over the unsettling truth. Historical perspective on technology's rise. Historically, technology has always held great potential for both liberation and control. Take the example of the printing press. When it was invented in the 15th century, it democratized knowledge in ways that were previously unimaginable. The ability to print books and pamphlets allowed ideas to spread quickly, changing the world forever. The Reformation, the Enlightenment, and the American Revolution were all fueled by this newfound access to information. Newer technologies have also been manipulated for control. During the Industrial Revolution, while the advent of machines promised to free humans from grueling manual labor, it also led to an era of economic inequality and exploitation. The factory system became the new Matrix One, where workers were subjected to long hours, poor conditions, and repetitive tasks, all while the wealthy elite profited. This form of technological advancement wasn't liberating. It was a different kind of enslavement. Similarly, the digital revolution, while empowering in many ways, has also created new forms of control. The digital divide, the gap between those with access to technology and those without, has only exacerbated existing social inequalities. In today's society, technology has become a tool not just for convenience, but for surveillance, manipulation, and control. Speaking of being in control and staying sharp, let's take a second to talk about something you can control: your energy levels. Because if you're going to unplug from the digital hypnosis and break free from the system, you're going to need some serious mental clarity. That's where Dubby Energy comes in. No sugar, no artificial fillers, and no weird aftertaste. Just clean, powerful energy to keep your mind dialed in while you decode reality. Unlike the mainstream energy drinks that pump you full of artificial garbage and leave you crashing harder than the economy, Dubby actually works. So if you're serious about leveling up and escaping the Matrix, check the link in the description and use my code ARIES1147 for 10% off at checkout. Be the cheat code in the Matrix, the Dubby way. Now, back to the video. The hidden mechanics of the matrix frequency and predictive programming. The reality around us is frequency-based. Everything in our reality, including human consciousness, vibrates at different frequencies. Fear, division, and materialism operate at low vibrations, keeping people stuck in the cycle. However, emotions like love, gratitude, and inner peace operate at higher frequencies, ones that disrupt the control mechanisms. And the system tells you what it's doing before it does it through predictive programming. Movies, TV, and music often seed ideas into the collective subconscious, preparing society to accept what's coming. The more you recognize this, the harder it is for the illusion to work on you. The evolution of technology and its impact on society. The rise of technology is one of the most defining features of modern civilization. Early on, technology was viewed as a tool, an external force, designed to improve human life. And yet, as we dive deeper into the digital age, it becomes apparent that the technology meant to serve us is now beginning to control us. What started as a simple tool for communication and information sharing has transformed into an omnipresent force influencing everything from our behaviors to our perceptions of reality. The internet, social media, and smartphones have all contributed to what we now recognize as digital enslavement. What's truly disturbing is the extent to which we've allowed this technological takeover. Every click, every like, every share, it's all being tracked, cataloged, and used to manipulate us. The algorithms that dictate what we see on social media platforms are not just designed to entertain, they are designed to capture our attention, holding us in a perpetual loop. The result? We are bombarded by information designed to elicit emotional reactions, keeping us hooked, agitated, and often unaware of how much control we've ceded to these systems. Scientific insights on technology's impact on the brain. The human brain is not equipped to handle the constant barrage of information that modern technology subjects it to. Studies have shown that the average person today is exposed to more information in a single day than a person in the 15th century would have encountered in an entire lifetime. This has profound effects on the brain, like the disruption of our attention span. The brain's capacity for focused thought has been eroded by the constant switching between tasks and the incessant pinging of notifications. This leaves little room for deep, meaningful engagement with the world around us. As a result, we have become more reactive and less reflective. Further compounding the issue is the role of dopamine. The brain's pleasure center is activated every time we receive a notification, check social media, or see a new like or comment. This triggers a release of dopamine, the same chemical that fuels addictive behaviors. Over time, our brains become conditioned to seek these dopamine hits, leading to an unhealthy cycle of consumption and distraction. The more we engage with technology, the more our brains crave it, reinforcing the very patterns of behavior that keep us trapped in the digital matrix. Escaping the matrix. Raising your frequency. The key to escaping the material world is to raise your frequency to ascend beyond the illusions of the physical plane. Raising your frequency is not just about intellectual awareness. It is a holistic approach to life that involves your thoughts, emotions, and actions. When you are operating at a high frequency, you are aligned with your true essence, with love, joy, and peace. One of the simplest ways to raise your frequency is through meditation. This space of stillness allows you to tap into a higher state of consciousness, one that is not swayed by the constant distractions of modern life. Another powerful tool for raising your frequency is sound healing. Different frequencies of sound can affect the body in profound ways. In ancient cultures, sound was used to heal the mind and body, and today, practices like binaural beats and singing bowls are being used to help individuals attune themselves to higher vibrations. Breaking the programming. Actionable steps to take back control. How can we disconnect from the overwhelming influence of technology and reclaim our sovereignty? This might mean limiting screen time, turning off notifications, or setting specific hours for checking email and social media. Another important step is to consciously curate your digital environment. Instead of passively scrolling through your feeds, take control of the content you consume. Follow accounts that inspire you, that challenge you, and that bring value to your life. Avoid content that triggers negative emotions or reinforces fear-based thinking. You are what you consume, so be intentional with what you allow into your mental space. Drop anchor and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's build a community of like-minded individuals who are actively working toward breaking free from the matrix. And as always, don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the truth behind the illusion. Fair winds and following seas, my friends. Keep on sailing the waters of truth. Peace and love to all.